Hello again. Welcome to Cheap Thrills. I'm your host, Earl Crabtree. Thanks for joining us. Before we get going, it's time for a little bit of the hard truth. Rye style. Check it out. The truth shall set you free. Today on our episode, it's a summer-filled episode that really isn't an episode. You know what I mean? Basically what I mean is I didn't want to do a whole-fledged video. I had a couple of my friends coming up from out of town. We went over to Nicole's parents' awesome-ass pool. We went swimming, and I just didn't want to do a whole bunch of speaking shit. So I just took my digital camera, took the camera for the episode that we were using, and just took some pictures, took some video, made a little montage video out of it with expired Kodak 800, pulled one stop, and another roll of Kodak expired 400 film, pulled two stops. I'll explain why I did it that way in a minute. But here is my first drink. Before I tell you the truth of today's camera. Today's camera is another unique one. I haven't done any of my absolute favorite cameras yet on this channel, but this one's up there at the top. What is that?
The rice is done.
What is that?
Rice.
The rice is nice, but the rice can wait. Today's camera of choice is none other than the Nikonos V. Check it out if my camera decides to focus. I have to like block my face out for this to work. Check it out in all of its glory. This is the only lens I have for it. It's a wonderful, wonderful camera. It works as a rangefinder, but is more difficult than a rangefinder. Underwater camera. The lens that I have, and the only lens I have for it, is a 35mm lens, f2.5. This is a tough camera to use, but the reason it's one of my favorites is because if you get the focus right, which is really difficult, and on mine particularly kind of hard, it can produce some of the sharpest, most amazing pictures. In fact, one of the most amazing pictures I've ever taken was on this camera at Nice Point in Scotland. Here's that photo now. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite photos. I actually have a large print of that photo as well, and a small print hanging up just over there. Really, really love that photo. That's a pretty cool story, and I'll tell it some other time. But for this episode, we shot some expired film on the Nikonos V, because I've not ever shot expired film with this. The first roll that we shot was a roll of 400 Kodak Max, pulled two stops, so we shot it at 100, and it was bright sunlight out, and that roll did quite a lot better than the second roll, which we shot only one stop pulled. It was a Kodak Max 800. The sun was going down a lot, so I thought I would save a little bit of light by only pulling it one stop. Big mistake. If you have film that's 20 years old, always overexpose it properly. Don't skimp out like I did. And these photos aren't professional photos. I wasn't expecting to get anything amazing out of this episode. Just wanted to have a little bit of fun with friends while also making a fun summer video with an underwater film camera, which I don't really see a lot of vlogs with this specific camera, although I know this camera has a lot of hype on Instagram and shit. Pictures of it everywhere, but I don't see a whole lot of content made with it. So if you guys want to see an episode, another episode, maybe a more involved episode where we shoot with high-speed color or black and white film that isn't expired to get a little bit more high-quality images and see what this thing can really do, let me know. Comment below. Oh, last thing. I got this camera in an auction. Mark Van Hook Auctions online. Look them up. They do auctions for everything. Old vintage furniture, clocks, paintings, cameras sometimes. It's not always cameras. In fact, I haven't hardly seen a lot of camera auctions since. So, but look them up anyway if you're wanting to get into auctions. We talked about that on our last episode. If you haven't checked our last episode, check it here. Boom. Boom. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. So, before we play the full episode, stay tuned to the end because we have some pretty exciting news. I don't know if you guys could see, but we are approaching 100 subscribers on this channel. I think at the time of me recording this, we're at 64, and we're growing. We're like a little beanstalk. We're like a little beanstalk. We're growing, and we're trying to get 300. We're almost at 100 right now. Special thanks to everybody that's followed and commented. I've gotten a lot of love on the 16mm New York video that we shot when Nicole was in New York and I was there with her for her Martha Graham intensive. A lot of people are curious about the Bolo R16. That video is really the most popular video we've put out so far, and it's getting us a lot of traction and growing us a lot. So check that video out if you haven't seen it, and stay tuned to the end of the episode to see the special contest and how that works, because you won't know unless you fast forward or wait. And here it is. Check it out. Here's the episode, and I'll be back with you after a shoot force. I'll be back with you after a few short seconds. What was I about to say? A shoot for seconds? It's like calling the teacher mom on accident.
Yeah.
W to the teacher is really another really bad one. If you're still stewing on that after the episode, welcome back. We're back. Woo! So much time has passed. Pictures, yeah, there's a couple ones I really like this one, and this one. I say those are definitely top 3. The camera, again, is a super, super good camera. How many underwater, film cameras can you have that are really, really secure? I've taken this in the ocean. Actually, Nicole has one of these as well. I think hers is a Nikonos 4. Hers is a model before this one. And she dropped it in like 40 foot of Mediterranean Sea. I dropped it. I was seeing if I was gonna get away with that. I dropped it in 40 foot of Mediterranean Ocean water, and it was down there for a while. And then some brave man that was giving us a ride around Capri Island dove down there like 4 times, and finally on the 4th or 5th time, he actually got it. I couldn't get close to it. I could not handle the pressure of that kind of water. I'm not built for it. It was a lost cause if it was up to me. So this camera can really handle the pressure, honestly, and the pictures are pretty great. The only issue with mine is that if I'm trying to take a picture really close, which it says it can get pretty damn close. I mean, up to basically 8 inches or less. And whenever I'm up close to a subject, it just seems like it won't actually go as close as it's supposed to. That might just be a fault of my lens or my camera specifically. I don't know. I don't have a bunch of these to test, so I really don't know. Basically for me, I basically have to be, I don't know, over 1.5 feet, 2 feet away to get proper focus sometimes. And I'm not really sure why that happens. I'm just looking to see if this thing's actually... Got my camera on my Ronin right now and it's acting all funky. All right, here's the contest. We're almost at 100, which we will do a special episode on our 100th subscriber count when that happens. I think we're gonna get there pretty soon. And then when we get to 300 subscribers, one of our subscribers is going to win our first giveaway. Yes. If you have not seen our Nikonos Genesis 3 video right here, but that is the camera we're gonna be giving away with the Nikonos bag. Look, it even comes with a Nikonos bag. So check out that episode. This is what you can win. 300 subscribers. One of you guys are gonna win this beautiful little bitch. Look at this thing. Check out the episode. We just made a quick episode with it. I also have the Nikonos Genesis 4, which we'll probably make an episode with sometime down the line. But we'll be giving this one away at 300 subscribers. So here's me clapping to myself for getting 300 subscribers in the future. So, guys, video's over. Hope you liked it. It was a short one, simple one. I really just wanted to hang out with friends. Somehow turned it into an easy for me to do episode. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy the expired film stuff. Check out this camera if you're looking for a camera to go on vacation with and take to the beach. Because if you take anything else, sand's gonna get in it, gonna get in the gears, and you're fucked. You are fucked. You need this. Kick-ass camera, fun-ass time, and go off and have yourself a cheap thrill. Go swimming. It's summer. That's what we did in this video. Even if you have to get a cheap pool, go swim in that. Or you have to fucking swim in an alligator gar-filled river. You only got one life. You know what I'm saying? Pool's a pool if you ask me. Right, Nicole?
Hi.
Right.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Do you like this video? There is a button. It's a very sexy button. It says subscribe on it. I wish I could click on it, but YouTube won't let me. Damn fuckers.